Hello, my name is Peter and welcome to my channel. Today we'll work on this beautiful project. It's very easy to make. It measures 20 inches from one side to the other, which is 51 centimeters. And for this project I will use crochet hook 1.5 millimeter and crochet thread number 10. As I said, this is a very easy project, but you have to consider something that at the end you will have to put in some effort and time. It took me about 30 minutes to stretch it, because here in the middle it will start to shaping into a ball. But as you see, this is exactly the same piece that we will work on, and the finish is very fine. So no panic here in the middle. When you finish it, just stretch it. As I said, you will have to put some effort into it. All I did is stretch it, iron it, and on the back side, of course, and spray it with a light starch, and this is how it turns out. So, if you're first time here, please subscribe to my channel. In statistics, there is something that so all views of my videos, only about 30% are from the subscribers, so we have another 60% of potential subscribers. So it will mean a lot to me if you subscribe to my channel, and yeah, put in the comments below what you think about this project, and of course enjoy it. And yes, you are more than welcome to comment, like, and share this video with your friends. So enough words, let's start with this beautiful project, and yeah, I hope you like it. Okay. We will start with a slip knot. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch into the first chain that we made to form a ring. Okay. And we will start round number 1. We will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this counts chain 3 as a first double crochet, and chain 1 for the chain 1 space. And into the ring we'll work 15 double crochets and chain 1 space between. So 15 double crochets plus this chain 3. In total we'll have 16 double crochets in the ring and 16 chain 1 spaces. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. Now we have 2, 4, 5 double crochet. This is the 6th, chain 1, 15, chain 1, and the last double crochet is 16, chain 1. So in total we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 double crochets in this round 1, and we will finish it with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Okay. Round 2, slip stitch into the chain 1 space, and we will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this counts as a first double crochet plus chain 2 space. Double crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 2, double crochet into the next space. Chain 2, double crochet into the next space. Chain 2, double crochet into the next space. So we'll double crochet in each chain 1 space around and work a chain 2 space between. So repeat this and finish this round with a chain 2 and slip stitch into the third chain. Round 3, we'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this counts chain 3 for the first double crochet and chain 2 for the chain 2 space. We will work double crochet into the same chain that we slip stitched in. Chain 1. Into the next double crochet we will work a double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 1. Into the next double crochet again we'll work a double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 1. Into the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 1. So in each stitch around we'll work double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet, and then chain 1, and into the next double crochet, chain 2, and one more double crochet. Finish this round with a chain 1 and slip stitch into the third chain. Round 4, slip stitch into the next chain 2 space. And now we'll work on our beginning shell. We'll chain 4 for the first treble crochet, and then into the same chain 2 space we will work 2 treble crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. It's 2, one more, 3. Well, here we made our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. Chain 2. Into the next chain 2 space we'll work a single crochet. Chain 2, a shell into the next chain 2 space. So shell, 3 treble crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more treble crochets into the same chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, into the next chain 2 space we'll work a single crochet, chain 2, and we will repeat this pattern around. So into the next chain 2 space we'll work a shell, then we'll chain 2, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 2, into the next a shell, and so on. Finish this round with a single crochet in the last chain 2 space, then chain 2 and slip stitch into the fourth chain. Round 5, we will slip stitch in to next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We will work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. Now we'll chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we will work a shell into the next shell. A shell is 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2 and 3 more treble crochets into the same space. 1, 2, 3. Chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, a shell in the next shell. So we will repeat this around. Finish this round in with a shell in a last shell, chain 9 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Okay. Round 6, we'll slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets. It's 1 and 2 and into the chain 2 space. We will work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same space. That's 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, and here we have our chain 9 space. We will skip 1, 2 chains into the 3rd. We will work double crochet, then we'll chain 2, skip 1 chain into the next. We'll work a V-stitch, so double crochet, chain 2 and 1 more double crochet into the same chain. Then we will chain 2, skip 1 chain and into the next we'll work a double crochet, chain 2 and again a shell in the next shell. So shell is 3 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 more treble crochets into the same space. 3, chain 2 and again we are at our chain 9 space. Skip 1, 2 into the 3rd chain, work a double crochet, chain 2, skip 1 chain into the next, we'll work a V-stitch. So a V-stitch is double crochet, chain 2 and 1 more double crochet into the same chain, then we'll chain 2, again skip 1 chain into the next, we'll work a double crochet, chain 2 and again shell in the next shell. Like that. So we have a shell in a shell, chain 2, we work a double crochet into the 3rd chain of our chain 9 space, then we chain 2, V-stitch into the 5th chain of our chain 9 space, so that it's right in the middle. Then we chain 2, skip 1 chain again and double crochet into the next chain, chain 2 and shell in a shell. So we have first double crochet is in a 3rd chain, then a V-stitch into the 5th chain of our chain 9 space, and the next double crochet is in 7th chain of this chain 9 space, and here is our 8th and 9th chain. Okay. So repeat this round and then finish this round with a chain 2 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. around 7, slip stitch into next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We'll work on our beginning shell in the chain 4, 2 treble crochets, then chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same space. Now we'll chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have our V-stitch, and into this V-stitch we'll skip this chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and we'll work into the V-stitch. We'll work 6 treble crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one is 6. Chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. Shell in the next shell. So shell, 3 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same space. It's 1, 2, 3. Chain 4, 3, and 4, and again 6 treble crochets into the next V-stitch. So here it is, our next V-stitch. We'll work 6 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one 6. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll repeat this pattern around. Now we'll work a V-stitch, shell in a shell, chain 4, and in a V-stitch 6 treble crochets. This is basically the base of these our small pineapples that we'll work on here. So repeat this round and finish this round with a 6 treble crochets in the last V-stitch, then chain 4 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 8, we'll slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We'll work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, chain 2, and into the same space 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have our 6 treble crochets of the previous round, and we will work 1 treble crochet in each one of them and chain 1 between. So that's 1, chain 1, 2, chain 1, 3, chain 1, 4, chain 1, 5, chain 1, and 6. Chain 4, 1, 3, and 4, and we will work a shell in the next shell. So 3 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 more treble crochets into the same space. Like that. Chain 4, and we will repeat this pattern around 3 and 4. Again, we will work 1 treble crochet in each of the next 6 treble crochets and chain 1 between. So we will end with a 6 treble crochets and 5 chain 5 spaces, chain 1 spaces, sorry, between. So repeat this round and finish this round with a chain 4 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 9, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. Again, we will work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. Like that. Now we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the chain 1 space between the treble crochets. So we work a single crochet, chain 3, 2 and 3, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3, and single crochet into the last chain 1 space between the treble crochets. Well, in this round we will have 4 chain 3 loops in our pineapple. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and we will work a shell in the next shell. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and again we will work a single crochet in each of the next 5 chain 1 spaces and chain 3 between. So into the first single crochet, then chain 3 into the next space, chain 3 into the next space, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3 and single crochet into the last chain 1 space. Again 4 chain 3 loops in our pineapple, chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and shell in the next shell. So we'll repeat this around. Finish this round, the single crochet into the last chain 1 space, then chain 5 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 10, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. we'll work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same space. It's 1, 2 and 3. And now we'll chain 2 and into the same space we'll work 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 treble crochets, chain 2, 3 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the first chain 3 loop of our pineapple. Chain 3, single crochet into the next loop. Chain 3, single crochet into the next loop. Chain 3 and single crochet into the last loop of our pineapple. So in this round we'll have 3 chain 3 loops in our pineapple. Chain 5, 3, 4 and 5. Again, in the next shell we'll work 3 treble crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 treble crochets into the same space, chain 2 again, and into the same space 3 treble crochets. Two and 3. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, work our way across our pineapple with a single crochet in each chain 3 loop and chain 3 between. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll repeat this pattern around. So in our pineapple we will have 3 chain 3 loops, and in each shell we will work 3 treble crochets, chain 2, 3 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets. So repeat this and finish this round with a chain 5 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 11, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We will work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, then chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same space, and now we'll chain 2, 1 and 2, and into the next chain 2 space we'll work a shell. So 3 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. Now we'll chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the first chain 3 loop of our pineapple, then chain 3, single crochet into the second loop, chain 3, and single crochet into the last loop of our pineapple. So in this round we will have 2 loops in our pineapple. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and again we'll work a shell in a first chain 2 space, then chain 2 and shell in the next chain 2 space. So our first shell is done. We'll chain 2 and into the next chain 2 space. Again we'll work a shell. Like that. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the first chain 3 loop, chain 3, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, and single crochet into the last chain 3 loop, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and again we will work a shell into the first chain 2 loop, then we'll chain 2 and shell into the next chain 2 loop, chain 5, and so on. Finish this round with a chain 5 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 12, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We'll work on our beginning shell with a chain 4, 2 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into the same space. Now we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll work a treble crochet into the chain 2 space between the shells. Work 1 treble crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 3, and shell in the next shell. So we have a shell in a shell, then chain 3, treble crochet into the chain 2 space between the shells, chain 3 and shell in the next shell. chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the first chain 3 loop of our pineapple, chain 3, single crochet into the last chain 3 loop. So we have only one loop remaining in our pineapple. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5. And we will repeat this pattern around. So again, we will work a shell in the next shell, now we will chain 3 and we'll work a treble crochet into the chain 2 space between the shells, chain 3 and again shell in the next shell, chain 5, single crochet into the first chain 3 loop of our pineapple, chain 3 and single crochet into the last chain 3 loop, chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and again we'll work a shell in the next shell. So repeat this around and finish this round with a single crochet into the last loop of our pineapple, chain 5 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 13, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We'll work on our beginning shell, chain 3, treble crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, treble crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3 and shell in the next shell. Like that. Now we'll chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, single crochet into the last loop of our pineapple, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and again we'll work a shell in the next shell, chain 3, treble crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, treble crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and shell in the next shell. Chain 5, 4, 5, single crochet into the last loop of our pineapple, chain 5, 3, 4, and 5, and we will work again a shell. A shell in the next shell, then we'll chain 3, treble crochet, chain 3, treble crochet into the next space, chain 3 and shell in the next shell, and so on. So repeat this around and finish this round with a chain 5 and slip stitch into the 4th chain. Round 14, slip stitch into the next 2 treble crochets and into the chain 2 space. We will work on our beginning shell, like that. Now we'll chain 2, 1 and 2, and into the next chain 3 space we'll work a treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2. Here we have the next chain 3 space, and we will work into the second chain with a treble crochet, chain 2, and 2 treble crochets into the same chain, chain 2, treble crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, treble crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 2, and shell in the next shell. So what we did a shell, then chain 2, treble crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2, and into the second chain of our chain 3 space we work a treble crochet, chain 2, and 1 more treble crochet. Then we chain 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 2, and shell in a shell. Now we will chain 4, 3, and 4. We will skip this chain 5, single crochet and chain 5, and we will work a shell in the next shell. like that. Chain 2, treble crochet into the chain 3, space, chain 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2, into the second chain of our chain 3 space, we work a treble crochet, chain 2, and one more treble crochet into the same chain, chain 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 2, shell in the next shell, chain 4, 3 and 4, and again we'll work a shell in the next shell. So repeat this round. So if we have finished our round 14, and don't worry if this looks like a ball to you, it will all straighten up later in the process of making this doily. So at the end of this round 14, I will finish this first part of the tutorial, and there will be a second part, and the link to the second part will be in the description below this video. So if you're first time here and you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this project, and of course you are more than welcome to comment, like and share this video. So until the next time and part 2 of this tutorial, enjoy your crocheting and be safe.